In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can set up a website for your reseller hosting business so you can start selling domains and hosting packages directly from your own branded website. And I'm going to show you how you can set up all of the backend systems so you can automate your reseller hosting business using a system called WHMCS. So if you've always wanted to start your very own web hosting business and start earning recurring revenue but didn't know where to start, then this is going to be the tutorial for you. This is Elliot with Verpex, and let's get right into it. So this is the beautifully branded website I'm going to be showing you how to build for your reseller hosting business in today's tutorial, and the website is completely functional. So somebody can come and search for a domain name and they can hit check, and it will let them know if the domain name is available, and it will also prompt them with extra options that are available that they can then go and purchase. You can also scroll down and you will see that we have multiple web hosting packages that I'm going to be showing you how to create from the back end of your reseller hosting business and then connect them to your reseller hosting website and start selling them. So a customer can pick a hosting plan and then they can go and choose a domain, or they can go and choose to go with an existing domain. And once a customer has chosen a domain, they can go and continue directly to the checkout. You can decide whether you want to bill your customers monthly or annually, and you can give them discounts based on what they choose. And again, your customer can continue directly to the checkout. And I'll also be showing you how you can go and create promotional codes if you do want to offer your customers discounts whilst they are checking out. Once a customer has checked out, I will be showing you how to create an amazing dashboard that your customer can use to go and start making the most of their hosting service that they have purchased from you. So they'll be able to click on any of their hosting services or products and start using them. They'll also be able to open support tickets with you as the hosting provider, and they'll also be able to go and have a look at a knowledge base so that you can go and help them with technical support for their hosting and domains. So in order to begin the tutorial, let's start with actually purchasing some reseller hosting. In order to start building your website for your reseller hosting business, you are of course going to need to purchase some reseller hosting. So I'll leave a link in the description to our reseller hosting plans, and our reseller hosting plans here at Verpex do come with 24/7 expert support, cPanel included, which will allow you to manage multiple clients, and also free backups, migrations, and SSL certificates. As you can see, our plans start at just $1.80 for the first month and renew at $18 per month, and that is for 15 cPanel accounts. So you can go and manage 15 clients on this plan, and you can of course go and upgrade your plan accordingly if you do get more clients, or you can start on one of our other plans such as our Pro plan or Ultimate Reseller plan if you already have over 15 clients. So once you have chosen the package that you want to start with, just click on Start Now. You can then decide on your billing term, so you can pay monthly, annually, biannually, or triannually, and you of course will receive a discount the longer you purchase. So I'm just going to go for annually. Then you can choose your server location. Now choose the server location that is closest to where most of your clients will be based. So if most of your clients are in the UK, you can choose London. If most of your clients are in the east of the US, you can choose US East. So you can choose this accordingly. So I'm going to choose London, and then we can scroll down and you are going to choose the domain name for your reseller hosting. So this is going to be the brand name of your reseller hosting business. So I'm going to go for zegahost.com, and if the domain name is available, you can click on register domain. Once you have chosen your domain name, you can click on add to basket, and then you simply need to choose your billing term for your domain name. So I'm going to choose annually, and then all you need to do is enter in your details for your domain name. Once you have entered in these details, you can click update, and then you simply need to register as a customer with Verpex. So once you have entered in your name, your email, and picked a password, you can click on create new account, and then all you need to do is finalize your payment for your reseller hosting. So you can go and choose credit or debit card, or to choose with PayPal. Once you have entered in these details, just click on place order and pay. Once you click on that, you will be brought to this page that says order complete, and from here we can start building our website for our reseller hosting business. So we are going to click on our startup reseller hosting, and then you will be brought over to this page. Now from here we are going to click on log into control panel. Now if you don't see this button, just refresh the page a few times, and if that doesn't work, just log out of your Verpex account and then log back in and come to this page again. Now from here we're going to click on log into control panel. You will then be brought over to your WHM dashboard. Now this stands for Web Host Manager, and this is where you can manage all of the hosting for your clients for your reseller hosting business. But the first thing that we are going to do is set up an account for our own website, so we can create that website to start selling our hosting on before we get any other clients. Now the first thing we are going to do in order to set that website up is to go and set up some packages for our web hosting business. So we are going to click on packages and we are going to click on add package. Now when it comes to creating packages for your reseller hosting business, you can have a look at some other hosting websites for inspiration. So we have a look at our WordPress hosting plans here at Verpex. You can see we have 4 packages: iron, bronze, silver and gold, and they all come with different allowances for creating websites. So we're just going to create 3 packages and we're going to use these as a guideline. So we're going to start with our first package. We'll just call this bronze, and when it comes to disk space, you can see the first package is 1 GB disk space and 10 GB of bandwidth. So for disk space, we are just going to bring this down to 1000 megabytes. And then for bandwidth, we will go and bring this down to 10,000 megabytes again. So once we have gone and created those, you can also go and set up how many email accounts that you want to set up, how many FTP accounts, how many subdomains and things like that. So again, you can go and use this as inspiration. So if we just go down and we go to more features, we can go and see that this one allows you to create 1 email inbox, and it's got a few other limitations. So what we can do is we can just go where we've got email accounts. We can go and set this to 1 email account. And of course, you can go and set this to whatever you like. So we're going to go for add-on domains. We'll just set this to 1. And as we scroll down, we'll have a look, max quota per email address. We can just go and say 1000, let's say, for example. And once you are happy with everything, you can see that we've got the cPanel theme. Just leave this as Jupyter, which is default. It will have a feature list, which you can leave as default. And then you've got your language. So we're going to leave this as English. And now we can click on add package. So now that we have created that package, we can go and create our second package. So we are going to call this our silver package. For our disk space, we are going to go for 50,000. And we can leave it as unlimited bandwidth. I'm going to leave everything else as unlimited. So we're going to have park domains unlimited, add-on domains unlimited. And then we can scroll down and we can click on add. And then finally, we are going to add our gold package. So we're going to call this gold. And then for our disk space, we are going to go for 100,000. And then everything else, again, we will leave as unlimited. So we can scroll down and we can click on add package. So now we have created those web hosting packages, we can start building the website for our reseller hosting business on one of those hosting packages. Now we'll go over some of the other features of WHM later on in the video, because you can see down the left hand side here we have lots of tabs that I haven't covered yet, but we'll cover those later on in the tutorial. So for now we're going to click on WHM to bring us back to the home page of our dashboard, and from here we are going to click on create new account, which is going to allow us to create an account that we can build our reseller hosting website on. So we're going to click on create new account. Now by default we will be on the bronze package that we just created. So as you can see here, it's saying for me that these two packages, gold and silver, have been disabled because they allow unlimited bandwidth. So that is because I am on the startup reseller plan for reseller hosting, that my maximum is 50 gigabytes, not unlimited. So just go and think about that, and you can always go and amend your packages later on, which we will go and do as well. So you can see packages here, you can click on edit package, but as I mentioned, I will go over that later on in the tutorial. So for now, we are going to create a cPanel account that will allow us to build the website for our reseller hosting business. You can see the number of accounts is 15. So we're going to use one for our own website, and then we've got 14 other accounts for our client's website. So what we are going to do is we are going to go and choose our domain, which is going to be the domain name that we purchased with Verpex. You are going to choose a username and a password and an email address. Now make sure that you remember your username and password, because you are going to use this to log in to your account and manage your website. So once you have entered this information in, you can scroll down and we can click on choose a package. So I'm going to choose my bronze package, and pretty much everything else you can leave as default. So under settings, just leave this as default. Under mail route settings, you can leave this as default, and under DNS settings, just leave this as default. So this should be ticked and this should be ticked. Now, once all of that has been done, you can click on create. It will then say account creation status okay, and you should have all of these green ticks. So now that we have done that, we can click on go to cPanel. You should then be brought over to a page that looks like this. Now, don't worry about this message. We are just going to click skip, and I'm going to show you how you can start building the website for your reseller hosting business. Now, cPanel is a control panel that allows you to manage any aspect of your website. So this is exactly what your clients will see when they sign up for one of your hosting plans. So they can go and manage email accounts, files for their website, their domains. They can go and install software onto their website, such as WordPress. So it's good to become familiar with cPanel, because your clients are going to be using this and you might have to give them information about how to use it as part of your reseller hosting business. Now, to start off, we are going to install WordPress onto our domain. So we are going to click on WordPress Manager by Softaculous. It will then bring you over to this page, and from here we are going to click on install, and then you should see your domain here, and then we are going to choose HTTPS. And then what we are going to do is we are going to scroll down, and you will see some information about the admin account of your website. So basically you can go and choose a username and a password. And again, make sure that you remember this, because you are going to use this to log into your WordPress website. So once you have chosen a username and a password for your WordPress website, you will see site settings. Just leave these as the default, because we can go and change these later on. And then you will see choose language and select plugins. Again, just leave these as the default. So now we are going to scroll to the bottom, and we are just going to click on install. It will then say congratulations, the software was installed successfully. So now we are going to go and head to the administrative URL, which means we are going to head to the back end of our WordPress website so we can start building the site for our reseller hosting business. So we are going to click on this, and once you click on this, you will be brought over to your WordPress dashboard, and from here we can start building the site for our reseller hosting business. Now, you might see that your WordPress website says not secure, and that's most likely because we haven't installed something called an SSL certificate that gives you the little padlock and tells users of your website that it is secure. So we are going to want to generate an SSL certificate first. So in order to do this, you can head back to WHM, and to remember to get to WHM, you can just go from your Verpex account, click on your reseller hosting and click on login to control panel, and you will be brought over to WHM. Now from here, we are going to go to SSL, and we are going to click on generate an SSL certificate. Now from here, we are going to scroll down, and where it says domains, we are going to go and enter in the domain of our website for our reseller hosting business, and then you simply just need to enter in the rest of the information. So the city, the state, the country, company name, company division, and email address. And then all you need to do is just hit create. Now you can also enter in a passphrase, and this is just in case the certificate authority needs to contact you, they can verify that it is actually you. Now this is very unlikely to happen, but just enter in a passphrase in here that you are going to remember, and now we are going to click on create. So now that we have generated an SSL certificate for our domain, the next thing we can do is install the SSL certificate. So we can click on install SSL certificates, and then we can go and scroll down, and we're going to enter in our domain name. And then from here, we are going to click on browse certificates, and we are going to choose that certificate. So we're going to choose this, and we're going to click on use certificate. Once you have done that, you can just simply scroll down to the bottom and click on install. It will then say SSL host successfully installed. So we can click on OK. Then you can head back to your WordPress website, and we are going to go to plugins, and we are going to click on add new. Now a plugin essentially allows you to add extra functionality to a WordPress website. Now from here, we are going to search for really simple SSL and just hit enter. And once you click on that, you will see this plugin, really simple SSL. So we are going to click on install now. Once that has been installed, we can click on activate. And then from here, where it says override SSL detection, we are going to tick this, and we are going to click on activate SSL. And then finally from here, you are going to head back to the cPanel for your website. we are going to scroll down where it says domains. We're going to click on domains, and then you will see force HTTPS. We are just going to turn this on. Then it should say success. Then we can head back to our website and we can simply refresh. Now, once you refresh, you should see the little padlock in the URL. So that means that your site is now secure, and your users will also know that your site is secure. And that's really important for a hosting website, because people are going to be purchasing hosting from you, and they're going to be entering in debit and credit card details and sensitive information. So they want to know that the site is secure. So now that we have done that, I just do want to mention that if you do have any problems with this setup or any setup throughout the tutorial, you can just go and speak to the Verpex support. They're super helpful. So you can just go from your Verpex dashboard. If you simply click on this, then you will be able to go and speak to Verpex support, and they will be able to help you out with any of these steps that I am mentioning in this tutorial. So now that we have done this, we are going to head back to our WordPress dashboard, and from here we can actually start building the site for our reseller hosting business. So the first thing I do want to show you is how to change your site title and tagline. Now this will show up in search engines. So if we go and have a look at Verpex's one, you can see if I hover over it, it says web hosting services, secure, fast and easy to use, Verpex. So you could go for something similar. So we're just going to go for web hosting services, and then we're just going to go and put in the name of our brand name. And then once you have gone and changed your site title and tagline, you can go to the bottom and you can just hit save changes. Once we have saved those changes, the next thing we are going to do is install a theme onto our site. So we're going to go to appearance and we are going to click on themes. Now a theme is basically a pre-built template that you can use to speed up the process of creating your site. So you will see the default theme currently is this 2022 theme. We're actually going to delete this theme here. So we're just going to click on this and hit delete because it takes up space on our site that we don't need. And now that we have deleted that, we will keep these as the backup themes just in case anything happens to our site. Now if you click on the link in the description, you will be brought to this page, and this is going to be the theme that we will be using to build our site for our reseller hosting business. And this is the #1 rated theme for hosting businesses. And this is a really amazing theme because it is compatible with your WHM dashboard. So it makes everything super easy to set up for your reseller hosting business's website. As you can see, it is only $49. This is a one-off payment, so you don't have to keep renewing your subscription or anything like that. You just pay $49, a one-time payment, and you can go for extended support if you want to, which is going to cost you an extra $14, but that's totally up to you. As you can see, this theme does have over 1,200 sales, and you can see a 4.8 star rating. So it is the best rated theme out there for reseller hosting businesses. And if we scroll down, you will be able to see that it has lots of different demos. So you can go and install any of these to get the right look for your reseller hosting business. So as I say, I will leave a link in the description to the Fox theme. And once you come over to this page, all you need to do is just click on add to cart. From here, we are going to click on go to checkout. Once you go to the checkout and have created an account with ThemeForest, then all you need to do is just enter in your payment details and click on pay securely. It should then say payment complete, and we can go to the downloads page. And from here, you will see the Fox theme that you just purchased, so you can click on download. And then all you're going to do is click on installable WordPress file only. Once you have downloaded that file, we can head back to our WordPress website, and from appearance, you can go back to themes and you can click on add new. From here, we are going to click on upload theme, and then we are going to click on choose file. Then simply navigate to the theme that you just downloaded. We are going to choose the file and click on open. And then we're just going to click on install now. It will then say theme installed successfully, so now we can click on activate. So then you will see that the Fox theme has been successfully installed. Now the next thing that we need to do is make sure that we install all of the required plugins to make sure that the Fox theme works correctly. So we are going to click on required plugins, and from here we are going to tick this top box to make sure that we tick all of the required plugins at once. And then we're going to go to bulk actions, and then we're going to click on install, and we are going to click on apply. You will then see that all of those plugins have been installed, so we can go to return to required plugin installer. Again, we can click on the top box, and now we are going to click on activate and hit apply again. Once those plugins have been activated, you can now import one of the pre-made templates onto the website for your reseller hosting business. So we can go to Appearance and we can click on Demo Import. From here, if you scroll down, you will be able to see all of the pre-made templates that you can use for your reseller hosting business's website. And you can just go and click on Preview to go and have a look at how the template looks and see if you want to use it for your site. So just have a little scroll through. I'm going to be using this modern demo here. So once you have picked the one that you are happy with, then just click on Import Demo. It will then say before you import, we recommend for you to install these plugins. So you can choose to install them if you want to, and then you can simply scroll down and click on Continue and Import. It will then say importing content, so just give it a few moments. And then it will say import complete, and you can click on Visit Site, and it will bring you to your home page. So we can see we have our home page now. It's looking really amazing. Now you can go and edit all of this if you want to. So if we scroll back to the top, you will see Edit with Elementor. So Elementor is a page builder that allows you to go and edit any part of your site. So if we click on Edit with Elementor, and once Elementor loads, you will see that your site is split into different sections that you can click on. You can simply then click on these sections, and as I say, you can go and edit them. So for example, you can click on this, we can go and edit the text. So you can go and edit the text completely. Now, I personally would recommend not to edit too much on the store, because that's the whole point of these templates, is to speed up the process of creating your site. But of course, you can go and change the text and things like that. But I wouldn't worry too much about changing the colors and changing it completely, because that's going to defeat the object of using a pre-made template. But you can, of course, go and change the button text. And I'm going to show you how you can go and add your links and things like that. But if you want to, you can simply go and change any of this. So for example, if you want to change the pricing of your hosting packages, you can go and change that. You can go and change any of these images, any of the text here. Now this isn't going to be a full Elementor demo, because we simply want to focus on getting your reseller hosting website up and running and functional as quickly as possible. So what we are going to do next is I am going to just go over a few little things that you can do to go and edit the look of your site, and then we are going to move on to actually connecting your reseller hosting site so that people can start purchasing hosting from you. So I do want to show you how you can change your logo and how you can change all of the information on this top bar and your menus. So we are going to come out of Elementor. So Elementor basically allows you to edit any of the elements on your pages. However, if you do want to change things like the header and the footer, we can do this from another area. So we are going to click Update, and then we are going to exit Elementor. So we are just going to click on this, and we are going to click on View Page. From here, we can click on this Customize button, which allow you to further customize the theme. Once you click on this, you can edit the top bar, the header, and also the footer down the bottom here. So if we scroll to the top, I can firstly show you how you can upload a logo for your hosting business. So if you click on Site Identity, you can click on Select a Logo, and you can go and upload your logo. You'll see the suggested dimensions, 150 by 31 pixels. So you can go and upload your own logo. You can also go and upload a site icon. So that's the little icon that shows in a tab. So if we choose this one, for example, and we hit select, you can see it gives you a preview of what it's going to look like in the browser. And then you can simply go and crop the image, and that will be used as your site icon. Then you can come back if you want to go and edit this top bar. You can go into menus, you can go to host header, and you will see that we have the number, the email address, and support. You can go and delete any of these links. So for example, if you don't want to use a phone number, you can simply remove it like this, and then you have info and support. So it's totally up to you what you want to leave in the top bar. You can also go and edit this menu here. So if you click on menu 1, you will see all of the different pages. So you can see we have domains, we have about us, we have all of these different pages. You can go and remove any of these pages if you don't want to use them. If we go back again, you can also go and edit the bottom footer, so the one right at the bottom here. So you can see we have home, activity, members, shop. So you can go and get rid of any of these links. So for example, shop, we can just go and remove this. Now, if you do want to edit these footer menus here, these will be in a different area. So we're going to go back, and we're going to go back again, and we are going to click on widgets, and you will see footer number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. So you can easily go and edit these. So if we click on footer number 2, for example, you can see that this is called custom HTML, where you can simply go and remove this if you want to. So you can click on remove legacy widget, and then you can click on add block, and you can add your own menu. So if I type in menu, we can go and click on navigation menu, and then you can go and name this what you want. So I'm just going to call this hosting, and then you can go and choose a menu from your WordPress dashboard. So for example, I could go for menu 1, and then it's going to go and add in that menu like this. So you can go and create your own menus. So if I just go and hit publish, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm not going to save any of this. So we are just going to close this, and we're going to click OK, but I'm going to show you how you can create your own menus. So if you just go back to your WordPress dashboard, you can go to appearance, you can click on menus, and then what you can do is you can go and create a new menu. So you can click on create a new menu, and then you could call this footer 1, for example, and you could just go and add your legal pages to this, for example. So let's just go and choose some legal pages. So we'll click on create menu, and then what we can do is for this menu, we could just go and add the terms of service, for example, and your privacy policy, your things like that. So we're just going to go and add, let's say, contact us as well. So we're going to add these 2 pages. So now this is our footer 1 menu. So if we hit save again on save menu, and then we can go back to the front end, and we can click on customize, and then if we scroll all the way down to the bottom, we can see we have under widgets footer 1, and then we can click on the plus button, we can type in menu, add a navigation menu, and then the menu that we just created, for example, we could call this legal, and then we can go and choose that footer 1 menu that we just created. So now we should be able to see that we've got those 2 pages. So they're coming down here. That's because we've got this information up the top. So again, you can click on these 3 dots, hit remove legacy widget, and now you can see that we have legal, terms of service, contact us. So those 2 pages that we just added. So you can go and do that for all of these different footer widgets. So you can go and decide which menus that you want to add to each of these. So if we go back for number 4, you could go and just edit this information so that it's got your number, your hosting email address, and perhaps the address for your office if you want to put that in. So it's totally up to you. You can go and edit all of this. Again, I'm not going to save this, but if you are happy with it, you can just hit publish. So I'm just going to go and close this for now. And then if you do want to edit any of the other pages that have been created, you can simply click on them. So if we click on the contact us page, for example, and from here, you can again just edit this with ease by clicking on edit with Elementor. So once again, from here, you can go and edit any of the text. You can go and edit any of the images. So it's totally up to you. You can go and delete any areas by clicking on this. So for example, if you don't want to use this map, you can simply just go and click on this X button, and then all you need to do is hit update. And then once you are happy with that, you can simply click on view page. Now, one last thing I do want to show you is if we click on the home page, we will be able to see that the entire website is completely mobile friendly, and that's another benefit of using a pre-made template. So if we just click on inspect element, we can go and have a look at how the website will look on a mobile. So we'll go for a smaller mobile. So let's go for the iPhone 12 Pro. And you can see that it looks amazing on a mobile as well. So don't worry about having mobile customers, because everything's going to look really great on a mobile as well. And that's really important if you are running an online business, because you're going to get a lot of traffic coming from mobile. So you of course want your website to look good on a mobile, and you can go and test any of these pages out. So if we just go and scroll up to the top, and we should be able to go and have a look at any of the other pages. So let's simply scroll to the top, and then we are going to click on the menu. And we could go back to the contact us page, for example, and we can go and see that this looks great on a mobile as well. So rest assured that your website will look amazing on a mobile as well. So now we can simply close this. So now that I've shown you how you can edit the website, it's going to take you a little while, of course, to go and edit all of the information on it to make sure that you are completely happy with it. But the next thing I want to show you is how you can actually go and connect your reseller hosting packages to your reseller hosting website so that you can start selling your hosting packages to people. So when people come down to this area here, they can simply click on buy now and start purchasing your hosting. So I want to show you how you can connect all of this. And in order to do this, we will be using a system called WHMCS, which is the web hosting automation. And this is going to make things super simple for you so that you don't have to go and do everything manually. So when somebody comes over to your reseller hosting website, they can simply purchase one of your hosting packages and a domain name, and they can get set up right away. So in order to do this, we are going to head back to our cPanel for our site, and we are going to go and install the WHMCS software onto our reseller hosting website. So we're going to scroll down, and we are going to go and look for the Softaculous app installer. So we are going to click on this, and when we click on this, you will see WHMCS. Then we are going to click on this, and now we are going to click on install. But before we actually install this, we need something called a valid license key. And in order to get a license key for WHMCS, you are going to have to purchase a license key. So I will leave a link in the description to WHMCS. And from here, we can go over to the pricing, and you can see their pricing structure. So for 250 active clients, it's going to cost you $18.95 per month, which is very reasonable. And then of course, if you get more hosting clients, you can always upgrade your plan accordingly. So you can just start with this plan. As I say, I will leave a link in the description. And from here, you can click on get started. From here, we simply need to check out. So we don't need to add any installation and configuration or anything like that, because I'm going to show you how to do it. So just scroll down to the bottom and click on checkout. And then from here, we are going to scroll down and just fill out the registration information. And once you have filled out the registration information and entered in your payment details, you can simply click on complete order. Once you complete the payment, you should then be brought to an invoice page, and at the bottom it will say back to client area. So just click on this. From here, you will be brought to your WHMCS dashboard, and on the right hand side, you will see your active products or services, and you will see your license. So just click on this. And once you click on this, you will see your license key in the top left hand corner. So now we are ready to install WHMCS onto our domain name. So we're going to head back to our cPanel, and under the Softaculous app installer, we can start installing WHMCS. Now, firstly, it will say choose the installation URL. Now we can't choose our domain name again because we've already installed WordPress on this domain. So we're going to have to add a different directory. So I recommend to just go with billing. So it's going to be your domain name and billing. And then under that, it will say data directory. Just leave this as the default. Now we can scroll down again, and it's going to ask us to choose our admin account username and password. So I recommend to go and choose a username that you are going to remember, but don't make it something easy to guess like admin, because that means that your website will be easier to hack. So just go and choose something that you are going to remember, but isn't so easy like username or admin. And then you can go and choose your password again. So you can simply go and generate your own password if you want to. Then you can go and enter in your first name, your last name, and your email address. And then again on this side, you are going to go and enter in your company name. So that's just going to be the name of your reseller hosting business. Your admin folder, you can just leave this as the default. And your company email, you can go and choose this as whatever you want, but I recommend to leave it as billing at your domain name, and we can go and create this email address later on in the tutorial. And then we are going to paste in our license key. So let's just go and do all of this. So as I say, once you have filled in this information, then you are going to head back to WHMCS. You are going to copy your license key. You will head back to the Softaculous app installer under cPanel, paste your license key where it says valid license key, and then we are going to simply scroll down and we are going to click on install. It will then take a few moments to install WHMCS, and once WHMCS has been installed, we are now ready to connect our WHMCS account to our actual hosting website. So from here, we can go and open both of these links in new tabs. So let's just right click and we will open this first one. And when you open this, you will see the name of your hosting, and you can see that it just looks pretty plain and boring. So this is basically where people will go and purchase your hosting, but we want to go and make sure that it matches our actual website. So we're going to go and do that in a moment. And we want to make sure that when somebody clicks on the home, it will bring them to the home of our actual reseller hosting website. So that is the first link. And as you can see, it has got our domain name / billing. So that is perfect. And then if we just right click on the second link, this is going to be the link to our WHMCS dashboard. So we can simply log in, and from here it will bring us to the setup wizard. We can close this and we will go through this in a moment. And basically from here you will be able to see how many people have purchased hosting from you. So when you are selling your reseller hosting from your reseller hosting website, you'll be able to see people that have purchased from your WHMCS dashboard. You'll be able to see things like how much you're billing your customers each month, how many people have cancelled their hosting services, invoices, people that have created support tickets. So you'll be able to see a lot of things from your WHMCS dashboard. But as I say, we are going to want to connect our WHMCS dashboard to our actual website so that we can start selling our reseller hosting that we purchased from Verpex. Now, don't let all of these systems scare you, because it is going to become very simple once we connect everything. But I just want to have a little quick recap so I can explain exactly what we are doing now in clear detail. So we have purchased our reseller hosting from Verpex, and once you purchase reseller hosting, you can set up your reseller hosting packages with WHM. Then once we have set up our reseller hosting packages, we have created our website for our reseller hosting business. And then in order to sell the packages from our WHM dashboard that we have created, because we purchased reseller hosting from Verpex, we need to connect WHM to our reseller hosting website. And in order to do that, we will be using WHMCS. So that is basically how it all works. WHMCS basically acts as a bridge between WHM and your reseller hosting website. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense now. So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to install a plugin onto our website that will allow us to create that bridge. So we are going to go back to our WordPress dashboard. We are going to go to plugins, and we are going to click on add new. From here, we are going to search for WHMCS, and then you will see WHMCS bridge. So we are going to click on install now, and then we are going to click on activate. So now that we have activated that plugin, we can go to settings and we can click on WHMCS bridge, and you will be brought to this page. Now from here, it's going to say WHMCS URL. So we're going to want to paste in that URL that we created for our billing page. So we are going to copy this and we're going to paste this in here. Then we can simply scroll down, and where it says footer, just make sure that you choose none, and then we're going to hit save. Once we have saved this, we can now go to help. So if we have a look at our original portal page where we can actually bill our customers, it should look a little something like this. But now that we have gone and entered that in, if we click on help and we go to the bridge page, we can right click on this link and open it in a new tab. And we can see that it has the same branding and theme as our actual hosting seller website. So we can see, if we go and have a look at the original one, this is the original portal. So it has all of the same information, but now it has the same branding as our website, which is really amazing. And that's going to help keep consistency with our hosting business. Now, the next thing I do want to show you is how you can get rid of this captcha form, because this becomes kind of irritating for customers that want to go and search for domain names. They're going to have to fill this out every time, and like I say, that can be slightly irritating for customers. So I want to show you how you can get rid of that. Now, you may have noticed that my double logo has been removed. Now, if you want to go and do this, you can always go back to Theme Forest, and you can just go to your Fox theme and then simply click on go to item support, and then you can submit a ticket and just say that my theme is showing with a double logo on my WHMCS bridge page, and they will be able to remove it for you. So hopefully it shouldn't come up with a double logo, but if it does, that is how you can get rid of it. Now then, like I said, the next step is to get rid of this captcha form. So we are going to go over to the WHMCS billing page. So that is the page that we installed WHMCS on. So you can basically see it's your domain/billing/admin. And from here, in order to get rid of that captcha, you are going to hover on this wrench icon and click on system settings. From here, we are going to click on general settings. It might ask you to enter in your password, so just enter that in. You will then be brought to the general settings. Now, just want to mention under domain, just make sure this is HTTPS, and also where it says WHMCS system URL, make sure this is HTTPS as well. Now, in order to remove that captcha, we can go over to security, and then you will see captcha form protection. We are just going to choose always off. Then we can scroll down to the bottom and we can click on save changes. Once you have saved those changes, you can head back to your bridge page and we can just refresh this. And once you refresh it, you will see that that captcha form has been removed. So now somebody can simply search for a domain name. So they can enter in a domain name and click on search. And then they will be brought to a page like this, which will tell them if their domain name is available before they purchase any hosting. Now, because we haven't connected things up yet. It's just going to say domain must begin with a letter or number, blah, blah, blah. Now, if this page looks slightly strange again, once again, you can just head to the Fox theme support and open another ticket and just say that the bridge page doesn't look quite right, and they should be able to fix it for you again. So now that we have removed that captcha, we are going to connect up our WHMCS to our website. But before we do that, I just want to show you how you can create the professional email addresses for your web hosting business. So for example, if we come back into our WHMCS billing dashboard and we go back into our general settings, we'll see that the email address is billing at our domain. Now we can go and create this email address so that if people have any issues about billing, they can send us an email on this email address. So in order to do this, you're going to head back to your cPanel. So currently we're under Softaculous, where we just installed WHMCS. We can click on go to control panel and it will bring us back to cPanel. And from here, we can click on email accounts. From here, we can click on create, and then we can go and call this billing. And then you can go and choose a password. Once you have done that, you can click on create. However, because mine only has one available email account, I'm just going to create one main email account just called contact, and then customers can contact us at this email, whether it's about billing or technical support or wherever it is, they can contact us at this email, and then we can simply click on create. So now that we have created that email address, I'm just going to copy this, and then I can head back here and I can just replace this email address with that contact at the domain, and we can scroll down and click on save changes. So now that I've shown you how to create that professional email address, now I want to show you how you can actually connect your WHMCS billing page to your main website for your web hosting business. So in order to do this, we are going to go back to the WHMCS homepage of the dashboard, and then we are going to go through this setup wizard. So the setup wizard should show right away. However, if it doesn't, you can hover on this wrench icon and you can click on setup wizard. So from here, we're going to go through this setup wizard. So we're going to click next. You can then enter in your company name and the email address, and then you can go and upload your logo. So you can hit choose file, and then you can go and choose your logo. So I'm just going to choose the Fox theme logo and hit open. And then you simply need to enter in the address of your web hosting business and choose your country and language. Once you've entered that information in, you can click on next. It will then ask you to enter in your PayPal email address. So this is basically when somebody purchases one of your hosting plans from your web hosting business, this is how you will get paid. So make sure you go and enter in a PayPal email address where you can actually receive the payments. I will also show you how you can accept debit and credit cards later on in the tutorial. So just enter in an email address in here, and then where it says accept offline payments, I'm just going to untick this because we only want to accept online payments, and then we can click next. It will then prompt you to tick the type of domains that you want to sell as part of your web hosting business. So I recommend to have them all available, and then you can go and choose the price that you want to sell your domains at. So I'm just going to leave it as the default $14.95, but it's totally up to you what you want to charge. And then it's going to ask you if you want to create an eNom account, which you definitely will want to create. And basically eNom is the larger company that controls the selling of domain names. So you have to create an eNom account if you want to sell domain names. So just leave this as enable and click next. It will then ask you to create an eNom account. So just fill out all of this information. And once you have filled this information out, just click on next. You will then be prompted to connect WHMCS to your reseller hosting account. So you're going to see information, hostname/IP, username, password, server, and primary IP. So we can get all of this information from Verpex. So we're going to head back to Verpex, and from your Verpex account, navigate to your reseller hosting. And from here, we are going to go to manage. When you go to manage, you will see that you have your account username. So you can just go and copy this, and then we are going to paste this in where it says username. You will also see hostname/IP. So we can scroll down and we will see hostname. So we can go and copy this again, and we can go and paste this in. Then you will see your password. So this is going to be the password that you use to actually log in to your Verpex account. So just go and enter in that password, and then you can attempt to verify the connection. Now don't worry if it says access denied, that most likely will happen. So we can go and enter this information in manually. So firstly, for the server name, where we have hostname/IP, that's just going to be this first part. So just without the full stop. we're going to paste that in here. Then we have the primary IP, so we can head back to our Verpex reseller hosting and we will see the IP address at the bottom. So we can go and copy this and we can go and paste this in here, and then we will see primary name server and secondary name server. So if we just scroll up, we will see the primary name server at the top, so we can paste that in, and then we will see the secondary name server, so we can copy this and we can paste this in. And once you have entered all of that information in, you can click on next. It will then say if you want to sell extras, don't worry about this for now, so we can click on next. It will then say that the setup is complete, so we can click on finish. So now I want to show you how you can accept debit and credit card payments on your website as well. So we're going to go and hover on the wrench icon again, and we are going to click on system settings. And under the search bar, we are going to type in payment gateways, and we are going to click on payment gateways. From here, you can click on all payment gateways. And from here, you will see a list of all of the different payment gateways that you can use to start accepting payments. So if you want to start accepting debit and credit card payments, you are going to want to use Stripe. So just click on Stripe. And from here where it says display name, you can go and change this to debit/credit card so that customers will see it this way rather than as Stripe. And then you're going to want to create a Stripe account, and from your Stripe account you can simply copy your publishable API key and your secret API key. It's fairly simple to go and do this, so if you are having any problems after you create your Stripe account, just contact Stripe support and they will be able to show you where you can access your publishable API key and your secret API key. So once you have done this, you can simply hit save changes. So now that I've shown you how you can activate Stripe, the next thing I want to show you is how you can actually create your web hosting packages within WHMCS. So if you remember what I was saying earlier, we are using our website to sell our hosting. So if somebody scrolls down, they are going to see our web hosting packages. And then we are creating our web hosting packages in WHM, which we are reselling from our Verpex reseller hosting, and we are using WHMCS as a bridge between the two. So we're using WHMCS as a bridge between our website where we're selling our hosting packages and where we actually create the packages in WHM. So we are going to want to create those packages in WHMCS so that we can bridge all of that information across. So we are going to go again to the wrench icon and we are going to click on system settings again. From here, we are going to click on products and services. And from here, we are going to click on create a new group. So this is going to be a group of our hosting packages. So you can see we've got 3 hosting packages on our site. So you can create as many as you want, but we're just going to start with 3. So I'm just going to call this WordPress hosting. So let's just go for WordPress hosting. Then you will see your product headline and tagline. You can just leave that as blank and you will see the order form template. Once again, you can just leave this as the default because we're going to be using our own website's template. So once you have gone and done that, you can go and tick your available payment gateways. So you can see we have PayPal Basic and we have Stripe. So now we can click on Save Changes. So now that we have created that WordPress hosting group, we can click on Back to Product List. And from here, we can create some web hosting packages under WordPress hosting. Now, if you remember earlier on in the tutorial, under WHM, we created some web hosting packages already. So if I click on Edit Package, you can see we've got those 3 hosting packages, bronze, silver, and gold. So we're basically going to be recreating these in WHMCS. So we are going to go and click on Create a New Product. From here, you're going to choose the product type. So this is going to be shared hosting. It's going to be under our WordPress hosting group, and we are going to call this our bronze package. So this is going to be our bronze package. Under module, you are going to choose cPanel. So make sure you choose cPanel. And then where it says create as hidden, just make sure you turn this off. Otherwise, nobody will be able to see the package. And from here, we are going to click on continue. From here, you can pretty much leave everything as the default, but the only thing you're going to want to do is add a product description. Now, your product description is basically going to describe what the customer gets with their package. So this is going to be something similar to this description here. So I'm just going to copy the bronze description from the Verpex website. However, you can go and add any description that you want to. So I'm just going to go and paste this in here. And then once you have done that, you can click on Save Changes. I'm just going to get rid of all of these gaps as well between these. So now I'm going to click on Save Changes. So now that we've created that bronze package, we can click on Back to Product List, and we can go and create our second package. So we're going to click on Create New Product, and we are going to call this the silver package. Again, we are going to choose the cPanel, and we're going to just turn this off and click on Continue. And again, I am going to go and add in my product description for the silver package. So let's just go and copy this, and we can paste in our silver package description. And then again, we are going to hit Save. So now we're going to create our final package. So we're going to go back to Product List, and we are going to create our gold package. So we're going to click on Create New Product. We are going to enter in gold, choose our cPanel, turn this off and click on Continue. And again, we will enter in the description for our gold package, and we can paste this in here. And once again, we are simply going to hit Save. And now we're going to go back to our product list. So now that we have created those three packages, bronze, silver, and gold, we want to connect them to our three packages from WHM. Now, if you remember earlier, I did actually create these incorrectly. So you can easily go and edit any of these packages. So if we click on silver, for example, and from here, I can go and change the bandwidth. So I'm just going to go and change this. You can also go and change anything about your packages that you want to. So for example, for the silver package, I allowed only a maximum of 5 websites. So for add-on domains, I can go and put 4. So they get their main domain and they get 4 add-on domains to create a maximum of 5 websites. Again, you can go and enter in a maximum number of email accounts. So for example, I could say 5 email accounts for the silver package. And you can of course go and change the disk space and things like that. So once you're happy with the package, you can go and hit Save Changes. Again, I'm going to go and edit my gold package as well. So we're going to click on Edit Package. We're going to go to my gold package and click on Edit. And again, I am just going to change this. So we're just going to say that they can create 10 email accounts and they can have 9 add-on domains. They're going to have some monthly bandwidth rather than unlimited. And we're going to scroll down and we're going to hit Save Changes. So now that we have created those 3 packages, bronze, silver, and gold. And of course, if you do want to create extra packages, you can do this simply by clicking on Add Package and choosing all of the different limitations of the account. However, I'm not going to do this. I just want to have my 3 packages, bronze, silver, and gold. Now we can head back to WHMCS and we can go and choose the pricing of these packages. So we're going to go to our bronze package and we can click on this pencil icon. And from here, we can click on pricing. And from here, you can go and choose your payment type. So we're going to go for recurring, which means they're going to pay every month for their hosting package. Now, if we have a look on our website, you'll see that we've got Grow, Geek, and AWS. So we're going to go for bronze, silver, and gold. So I'll show you how you can go and edit all of these. And you'll see that we've got the pricing here, $99 a month, $120 a month, $150 a month. Well, I'm just going to go and make it easy for the tutorial. I'm just going to say 10, 20, and 30 for the pricing. So we're going to head back to WHMCS. Under recurring, we're going to enable monthly, and I'm just going to make this $10 per month. Now you can go and do quantity breaks and you can go and add a setup fee if you want to. I'm just going to leave that as 0. But in terms of a quantity break, that basically just means if they pay annually, they can go and get a discount. So instead of $120 per year, we're just going to say it's going to be $100 if you pay annually. So you can go and do something like that. So it's totally up to you how you want to go and price your packages. So now that I have priced that package, I can go and hit save. And once you have saved that pricing, you can come into module settings. And from here, you can go and pick your WHM package name. So you can see I've got my bronze package. Now, if you don't see this, it means that your WHMCS account and your WHM account aren't connected properly. So in order to connect them further, if this doesn't work, you can come down to servers. So where it says product and services, just right click on servers and open this in a new tab. And then you're going to log into WHMCS again, and then you will see your server here. Now, it might say that it's not syncing correctly. So you can actually go and add an API key to make sure that it syncs correctly. So you're going to click on this pencil icon, and then you're going to scroll down and you will see API token. So what you're going to do is you're going to head to WHM, you're going to click on development, you're going to click on manage API tokens, and then you're going to click on generate token. and then you're just going to call the token WHMCS, and then all you need to do is scroll down and simply click on save. It will then generate an API token for you. So you can see I've already created one, and then all you need to do is copy that token and simply paste it in where it says API token, and then click on save changes. Once you click on that, you can come back to module settings, and you can simply refresh this. And once you refresh it, you should see all of your WHM packages, and you can go and choose them. So because we're on our bronze package, we are going to choose our bronze package. And once you have chosen this, you will then see install WordPress. So this basically means when somebody purchases hosting, who can install WordPress. So you're going to do allow admin installation, which means you as the hosting provider can install WordPress for your client, and also allow client installation, which means that they can install it themselves. And then you've got automatic installations. So you don't want WordPress to be installed automatically, because your customer might not want to use their hosting to host a WordPress website. So you can just leave this off. Now, if we scroll down, you will see automatically set up the product as soon as first payment is received. So you're going to tick this on. So that basically means as soon as the customer has made the payment for your hosting package, then their hosting will be live and ready to go. So then you can click on save changes. Once you have saved this, you can ignore some of the other tabs. So don't worry about custom fields and configurable options. You don't need to change anything in there, but you can go to upgrades for your lower plans, and you can allow your customers to upgrade. So for example, for the bronze plan, they could upgrade to silver or gold, and for the silver plan, they could upgrade to gold. So we are just going to tick this on, check to allow upgrading, downgrading of configurable options, and then you can simply hit save changes. Once you have saved that, you can also allow your customers to register free domains. So you might want to do this on your higher packages. So if they purchase a more expensive hosting package, they get a free domain. Or for example, if they go and they register their hosting for a whole year, maybe you want to offer a free domain. So you'll see this one here, offer a free domain registration, transfer only, and then renew as normal. So renew as normal means they only get the domain free for the first year, and then they have to pay after that. So if you are going to offer a free domain, then I recommend to choose this option. However, for the bronze package, we're not going to offer any free domains. So now we're just going to hit save changes. So now that we have configured our bronze package, we can go back to the product list, and we can do the same for the silver package. So we're going to come to our silver package, and we're going to click on the pencil icon. Again, we are going to come to our pricing, and we are going to go and choose our recurring pricing. And I'm just going to enable this, and I'm just going to put $20 just to make it easy. And annually, we're going to give them 2 months free again. So we'll just make this $200, and we'll hit save changes. Then we're going to go into the module settings. This time we are going to choose our silver package. Again, we're going to allow client and admin installation of WordPress, and we are going to set this up automatically after the first payment. So we'll hit save changes, and then we can come into upgrades again, and we can click on allow upgrades, and then again we will hit save changes. And then finally we'll go to our gold package. So we're going to come back to the gold package, hit the pencil icon, and again we're just going to repeat the same process. So we'll go for recurring, we'll enable the pricing, and we're going to say $30 per month and $300 for the year, and hit save changes. And then we're going to go into module settings. We are going to go and choose our gold package. Again, we're going to allow client and admin installation of WordPress. We will say that it will automatically be received after the first payment, and hit save changes. And then finally, you can go and decide whether you want to allow downgrades on this option. So we're just going to allow that and hit save changes. Now, essentially, you want the information about your hosting packages to be consistent across all 3 platforms. So WHMCS, WHM, and on your website. So if we come into the details, you want all of the details in here to also be reflected in your WHM packages. So when you come to package and you click on edit package, so if we go to our gold package, for example, and we hit edit, we want all of this information that we've set up for this package to be the same as the information that's in our product description, and then we want it to be the same on our website as well. So what we're going to do now is, now that we've actually created those packages in WHMCS, I'm going to show you how you can go and get the links for those packages and put them on your website so people can actually purchase them. So head over to the home page on your website, and we are going to hit edit with Elementor. Now once Elementor loads, you can scroll down to your web hosting packages and you can edit all of this information. So if we go to our Grow plan, we can start this as our Bronze plan, and then we can go and change the pricing. So the pricing was $10 per month, so we can go and choose $10 per month. Then we've got our caption, get the most out of your Amazon cloud, fully managed. So you can go and put in whatever you want, get the most out of your WordPress website. Or if you're a beginner, start with our bronze package for your WordPress website, wherever you want to go and put in here. And then you can go and put in the information of what the customer's actually going to receive as part of the package. So if you have used another hosting website as inspiration, you can go and put those points in. So for example, for the bronze package, I've used this as inspiration. So I can go and copy this information over and start entering it in here. So where we've got fast all SSD storage, I can go and put one website in. Then we've got $50 in free Google ads. Well, I can simply replace that with unlimited bandwidth, or however much the bandwidth is. So as a matter of fact, it was 10 gigabytes of bandwidth. So I can go and put that in here. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to go and add these items. So all you need to do is click on add item, and then you can go and enter in the text in here. So we'll just do the next one together. 1 gigabyte of disk space. So we're just going to copy this, and then we are just going to paste this in here. And you can of course go and change the icon if you want to. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm just going to go for all checks. So we're just going to go for the check icon, and we're going to use that for all of these. Now what you can do to speed this process up, you can click on this little duplicate button and it will duplicate it for you, and then you can simply copy and paste the text from whichever website you used as inspiration for your web hosting company, or even if you are putting in the information yourself. So now that we have gone and entered in the information about our bronze plan, you can go to the learn more button and you can go and change this. So for example, on Verpex, if you scroll down, you can see it's got start now. So you could go and change this to start now. And then you're going to want to put in the link to your package. So you can head back to WHMCS. We are going to go and click on back to product list. And I'm going to go and grab the link for my bronze package. So we're going to come to the bronze package and click on the pencil icon. And then we're going to go to links. And then you'll see direct shopping cart link up the top. We can copy this link, and then we can head back to our website and we can paste this link in here. So you're going to want to do that for all 3 of your packages. So I'm now going to go and replicate that process for my silver package and for my gold package. So once you have entered in the information for all of your packages, you are just going to make sure that all of the links have been added. So you can see I've got my silver package here. So I'm going to head back to WHMCS. We can just hit save changes on our bronze package. Then we can go back to our product list. We can go to our silver package and click on the pencil icon. We can go to links, and then we'll see direct shopping cart link again. We're going to copy this and we can paste this in here and hit update. And then we do have our gold package. So we can go to the start now button. And again, under WHMCS, we can hit save changes. We can go back to the product list. We can go to our gold package, and then we're going to go to links. And then from here again, we are just going to copy that link and we are going to paste it in here. And then we are going to hit update. So once we have saved that, we can click on these 3 lines and we can now click on view page. And now if a customer is on your hosting website, they can scroll down to one of your packages. And if they want to purchase one of these, for example, the silver plan, they can simply click on start now. And you can see it brings them directly over to the page where they can go and choose a domain. So they can go and enter in a domain name. And once they have entered in that domain, they can click on check. And then you will be able to see that it says the domain is available, if it is of course available. And then the customer can click on continue. And then they will be brought to the page that has a summary of the package and everything that they will get. So this is that product description that we created. Then they can choose their billing. So they've got monthly and annual annually. So if they choose monthly, they can click on continue, and then they will be brought to the checkout. They can enter in a promotional code, and then they can click on checkout. From here, the customer can enter in all of the information at checkout before purchasing their hosting, and then they can scroll down and choose their payment method before completing their order. Now, I do want to show you how to create a promotional code so you can go and create a test order and then see exactly how it works for your customer. But just very quickly, I do want to show you a few other things to do with domains. So we are going to go back, and we are going to go back once again. And what we can go and do is we can see that people can purchase a domain from us, of course. But what I do want to show you is a little bit about how to price your domains when you are selling them. Because as I mentioned earlier, we created an enom account, which allows us to resell domains. Now, if you go to their homepage and then you go on where it says what we offer, click on domains and click on domain pricing, you will be able to see how much each domain is going to cost you before you actually resell it through your hosting website. So if we click on the silver packages, this is how much each domain is going to cost. So you can see the different pricing. So what you can then do is you can go to WHMCS. We can hover over the wrench icon. We can click on system settings again. And from here, we can type in domain pricing and click on this. And from here, you will be able to see how much you're selling each domain for. So if we just go back to enom, you can see .com is going to cost us $14. And if we click on pricing, we're selling it for $14.95. Now mine's in Great British Pounds, so I'll show you in a moment how you can change your currency. However, if we go and have a look at some of the other ones, for example, .net, $14.95. And if we have a look on enom, .net is going to cost us $17. So you're going to want to put the price up a little bit for each one, depending on how much it's going to cost you. So make sure that you are making a profit on each of these domains. So like I say, just come into here. For example, we can see we've got .org. So .org here is going to cost $17. So I can come into .org here and I can go and change this to, for example, $19.99. So then at least you make some profit. So it's totally up to you how much you want to go and price your domains. And then once you've done that, you can just click on save changes, and we can just close this window and then click on save changes again. So now I've shown you how to price your domains. I do also want to show you how to change your currency if you are based in a different country. So again, we can go to the wrench icon, go to systems and settings, and then you can just type in currency and click on currencies. From here, you can go and add a currency. So I could say US dollars, for example. For the prefix, I can go and put the $sign. For the suffix, I can go and put USD. And then you have the format, so you can leave the format as normal because this is going to be the format for most currencies. And then you've got the base conversion currency rate. So my base conversion is Great British Pounds. So 1 Great British Pound equals around $1.15, and then you can just click on add currency. So that is how you can add different currencies to start selling in different currencies. And if you click on this pencil icon, you can get updated pricing if the exchange rate does change. So you can just tick this and click on save changes so that it will update the exchange rate accordingly. So now that we have done that, the next thing I want to show you is how to create promotional codes. So we can create a 100% off coupon code to go and create a test order. So we are going to go back into the wrench and click on system settings, and from here just go to the search bar and type in promo, and you will see promotions and coupons. And from here you can go and create a coupon code. So you can click on create a new promotion, and from here you can go and name your coupon code. So I'm just going to name this free 100, let's say, for 100% off. You can go and choose the type, so if it's going to be a percentage or a fixed amount. I'm going to go for a percentage, and I'm going to make this 100% off. And then you can apply it to any of the services that you sell, so any of your hosting packages, any of your domain names. So I'm just going to go and apply this to my bronze hosting package. So let's just go and apply it to both of these. Then you can go and scroll down and decide whether you want it to be a monthly, annually type of thing. So I'm just going to go for annually. Then you can go and choose the start date. So for example, if you're running a Black Friday promotion, a Cyber Monday promotion on your hosting packages, you can start it on the specific dates around Black Friday and Cyber Monday. I'm just going to leave it open for now, and we can scroll down. You can add any admin notes, number of uses, maximum uses. So I'm just going to go and put this as 1. because it's only going to be me using the code. You've got lifetime promotion, so if you want someone to be able to use the promotion forever, I don't recommend ticking this. And then you have a few other options. For example, if you only want it to offer to new signups, if you only want to offer it to existing clients and things like that. And then you can put in some admin notes so that people know what this promotion is for. So for example, we could say Black Friday promo. And then you can click on Save Changes. And then from here, I'm just going to copy that 100% off coupon code. We can head back to my website. I'm going to go for my bronze plan. And from here, I am going to choose, I'll use an existing domain name, and you can just enter in any domain name. And then we are going to click on Use. And then from here, you can click on Continue. And then from here, you can enter in the coupon code that you just created. So I'm going to paste that in and click on Validate Code. And then once that code has been applied, we can click on Checkout. You can then enter in some dummy information for a customer. And once you have entered that dummy information in, you can simply scroll down and click on Complete Order. Your customer will then be brought to the order confirmation page. And from here, they will be brought to the dashboard where they can actually go and use the WordPress hosting that they just purchased from you. So just how like when you purchased hosting from Verpex in the beginning of the video, and you can see that you are now in the Verpex dashboard where you can use your products and services, your customer will be brought to a similar type of dashboard for your hosting business. So now your customer can click on Continue to Client area, and they will be brought to the client area where they will see their services. So they can click onto their services and they will see that they have their bronze hosting plan with their domain, and they can actually go and use this. So they can click on their service, and then you can see that they could click on Visit Website, and then they can click on Log into cPanel to actually go and install WordPress onto their website and all of those types of things. And from here, they can also go and open up a ticket. So they can click on Open Ticket. So then if your customers are having any technical problems, they can go and contact you as the hosting provider to go and sort things out and help them out with technical support. So if a customer goes and fills out a ticket, for example, let's say WordPress installation, and then they can choose a related service. So it's going to be related to the hosting package. They can choose the priority, and they can say, for example, hi, how do I install WordPress onto my new website, for example. And they can go and submit this ticket. They can go and upload attachments and hit submit. So once they submit that ticket, what you can then do is you can come to your WHMCS dashboard. If you come to your homepage, firstly, you will see pending orders. So this is for all of the people that have purchased hosting from you. You can go and click on this and you will see all of their details, and you can go and accept the order, which then means that they will be a hosting client of yours. And you can also go and have a look at the ticket that they just opened. So if you go to support, you can click on support tickets, and then you will see the ticket that they just opened. You can go and click on this, and from here you can go and reply to the ticket. So for example, you could say log in to cPanel and install WordPress using Softaculous, or whatever it is, and then you can go and hit reply. And once you have replied to that, we can come back to the customer. We can go to our tickets. So if we click on continue, and then we will see that you've got that reply, log into cPanel and install WordPress using Softaculous. So that is how you can go and communicate with your customers. Of course, if you're having any problems answering a customer's ticket, then you can always go and open a ticket with Verpex, or contact Verpex's customer support, ask them the question, they'll give you the answer, and then you go back to the ticket and you give your customer the answer. Now, one last thing I do want to show you is how you can create a knowledge base. So if we go back to WHMCS and we go to support and we click on knowledge base, and from here you can go and add a knowledge base. So you can go and create tutorials and articles. So if customers are having any problems, you can direct them to the knowledge base first, and then if they are having further issues, then you can help them out directly. So firstly, you can add a category. So you could just call this category, for example, WordPress, and then you can add a description. So I've just put WordPress installation, for example, and you can click on add category. And once you have added your category, you can click on add article, and you can go and choose an article name. So for example, how to install WordPress using cPanel. And then you can click on add article. And from here, you can write your article. You can go and include images and things like that as part of your knowledge base. So I'm just going to go and write a very brief paragraph. So this is just a very brief summary. Of course, for your own knowledge base, you're going to want to go into more detail. Now we can scroll down and click on Save Changes. And now that we've added that to our knowledge base, if we go back to our customers dashboard, we can go to support and we can click on knowledge base. And now your customers will be able to click on the WordPress knowledge base, and they will be able to click on that article, and then they will be able to see the article. So like I say, you can include images and videos and things like that to make it more informative, but this is really going to help you with your customer support. You can direct your customers to the knowledge base so that you don't have to deal directly with every single ticket. So that is it for this tutorial. Hopefully you do now have a fully branded website for your web hosting business, and you can get out there and start finding some clients. If you do have any questions at all, make sure to leave them down in the comments section below, and make sure to reach out to Verpex's technical support if you are having any problems setting up the website for your reseller hosting business. Subscribe to the channel for more reseller hosting related content, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.